Have you ever woken up feeling perfectly fine, only to realize later that small, everyday habits could be silently putting your health at risk? This morning, a 73-year-old woman named Evelyn Carter passed away suddenly. She had no major health issues, no warning signs. Just one moment she was here, and the next she was gone. The scariest part? Her death could have been prevented. Every day, millions of people, especially women over 65, are unknowingly making dangerous mistakes that threaten their independence, their vitality, and even their lives. You might think, I feel fine, I've always done things this way. But as we age, our bodies become far more sensitive to the little things we once ignored. In this video, we'll uncover 6 common mistakes that could be harming you right now. Mistakes that can lead to falls, strokes, heart problems, and more. Stay with me until the end, because the last mistake is one almost no one talks about, yet it's one of the most dangerous, and knowing it could save your life. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. This morning, Evelyn Carter, at the age of 73, took her final breath, leaving behind a poignant and sobering reminder of the delicate nature of human existence and the relentless, fleeting passage of time. Her passing serves as a wake-up call, urging us to reflect on our own lives as the years accumulate. Now, as you step into the threshold of your 70s, a decade often marked by both wisdom and vulnerability, do you find yourself aware of the 6 critical missteps you must avoid? These aren't mere suggestions, but pivotal choices that hold the power to shape the quality of your later years, determining whether you flourish in a state of vitality and fulfillment or falter under the weight of regret and hardship. The decisions you make at this stage are not trivial. They are the foundation upon which your health, happiness, and legacy will rest as time marches ever forward. Number 1. Do not exert yourself when you're hungry. Your morning is a sacred passage, a fragile thread woven between the quiet, restorative stillness of sleep and the vibrant, bustling energy of the day ahead. It's a time when your body recalibrates, gently stirring from its overnight slumber to meet the world anew. Yet, for so many of us, this pivotal transition is treated as an afterthought, a rushed, chaotic sprint that overlooks its profound importance. Over time, this neglect can silently erode your well-being, setting the stage for serious health risks that grow more perilous as the years accumulate. One of the most common, yet often unrecognized, missteps people take is plunging into physical exertion before giving their bodies even a morsel of nourishment. Picture this. You've just awakened after hours of fasting through the night. Your body has been in a state of rest, quietly conserving energy while your metabolism slows and your blood sugar dips to its lowest ebb. Your energy reserves, those vital stores of glycogen in your muscles and liver, are nearly depleted, and your cardiovascular system is still easing into its daytime rhythm. Despite this vulnerable state, countless individuals leap out of bed and dive headfirst into demanding tasks. A vigorous jog around the neighborhood, an hour of digging in the garden, or hefting heavy boxes in the garage, all on an empty stomach. It's a habit that feels instinctive, even productive, but beneath the surface, it's a gamble with your health, especially as you age. Why is this so dangerous? As we grow older, our bodies lose some of their youthful resilience. The cardiovascular system, once so adaptable, becomes less elastic, its responses slower and more strained. When you wake, your body naturally triggers a cascade of physiological shifts to prepare for the day. A surge of adrenaline ripples through your system, nudging your nervous system awake and boosting blood circulation. This process alone elevates your heart rate and blood pressure, a normal and necessary jumpstart. But when you layer intense physical activity on top of this, without the fuel to support it, you're asking your body to perform under duress. Your heart pumps harder to meet the sudden demand, your blood vessels endure heightened pressure, and your system struggles to maintain balance. For some, this strain can dislodge arterial plaque, those hidden deposits that build up over decades, sending them careening through your bloodstream with the potential to trigger a heart attack or stroke. The risks don't end there. Low blood sugar from an overnight fast can leave you lightheaded or fatigued, impairing coordination and focus. Small lapses that can lead to stumbles, falls, or accidents during activity. For older adults, whose bodies may not regulate glucose as efficiently, this danger is magnified. What might feel like a burst of morning energy could quickly unravel into a health crisis, all because of a skipped meal. So, how can you safeguard yourself during this delicate time? The answer lies in a simple, intentional shift that carries profound benefits. Before you lace up your sneakers or grab that shovel, pause to nourish your body with a light, wholesome breakfast. This doesn't need to be a grand feast. Something as modest as a ripe banana bursting with natural sugars, a handful of almonds rich in healthy fats, or a slice of whole grain toast topped with a smear of avocado can steady your blood sugar and replenish your energy reserves. This small act primes your muscles, steadies your heart, and gives your system the resources it needs to move safely. Beyond fuel, ease into your day with grace. Start with gentle movements that honor your body's awakening. A few minutes of stretching to loosen stiff joints, a slow walk around the room to stir your circulation, or even a session of Tai Chi, its flowing motions a quiet celebration of balance and strength. These low-impact rituals aren't just exercise. They're a form of reverence, a way to listen to your body's needs as it adjusts to the day. By contrast, jumping straight into strenuous tasks is like revving a cold engine without warming it up, inefficient and risky. Your morning sets the tone for everything that follows, and your body, especially as it ages, deserves to be met with care, not haste. Tomorrow, before you tackle that brisk walk or heft that watering can, pause and ask yourself, have I given my body the energy it needs to thrive? A mindful tweak to your routine today could shield your health for decades to come, preserving your vitality and independence. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 2. Do not get up too quickly. The moment your eyes flutter open each morning, your instinct might urge you to fling off the covers, swing your legs over the edge of the bed, and charge into the day. It's a pattern etched into many of us over years, even decades, a reflex that feels as natural as breathing. But as time carves its lines into our bodies, this abrupt leap from rest to action can quietly transform from a harmless habit into a significant health hazard, particularly for older adults. The shift from sleep to wakefulness is a delicate dance, and rushing through it can jolt your system in ways that ripple far beyond a fleeting moment of discomfort. While you sleep, your body slips into a state of profound repose, a sanctuary of recovery where every system dials down to its baseline. Your heart beats at a leisurely pace, your blood pressure settles into a gentle lull, and your circulation slows as blood pools subtly in your lower extremities. This nightly reset is essential, knitting together the wear of the previous day. But it also means that when morning arrives, your body isn't primed to spring into action. It needs a gradual reawakening. If you bolt upright or stand too fast, you disrupt this transition, triggering a sudden drop in blood pressure known as orthostatic hypotension. The result? A wave of dizziness, a spinning room, or a blackout that could send you tumbling to the floor. For seniors, this isn't just an inconvenience, it's a genuine threat. Aging slows the reflexes of your autonomic nervous system, the silent conductor that keeps blood pressure and heart rate in harmony. Blood vessels lose some of their snap, and the heart takes longer to adjust to positional changes. Stand too quickly, and blood rushes downward, leaving your brain momentarily starved of oxygen-rich flow. You might feel it as a fleeting wooziness, a blur in your vision, or the need to grip the nightstand for balance. These are your body's quiet alarms, signaling that it's not yet ready. Ignore them, and you're rolling the dice on a fall, a leading cause of injury, fractured bones, and even long-term disability among older adults. But the danger isn't limited to your circulatory system. After hours of stillness, your spine and joints emerge from sleep stiff and unyielding, like a book left closed too long. Jerking into motion risks straining muscles, tweaking ligaments, or even sparking sharp back pain that lingers for days. Decades of living, lifting, bending, sitting, have etched wear into your frame, and sudden movements can exploit those vulnerabilities, turning a simple rise from bed into a costly misstep. The remedy? A slow, deliberate ritual to coax your body into the day. Instead of bounding out of bed, linger for a moment after waking. Lie there for a minute or two, savoring the calm as you take deep, steady breaths that flood your system with oxygen. Wiggle your fingers and toes, roll your ankles, and stretch your arms overhead to coax blood back into motion. Then, ease onto your side, using your arms to gently push yourself into a seated position at the bed's edge. Let your feet dangle, toes brushing the floor, and pause there for 30 to 60 seconds. Longer if you feel unsteady. This interlude lets your blood pressure climb back to equilibrium, your heart find its rhythm, and your senses sharpen. When you're ready, rise slowly, bracing a hand on the bed frame or a nearby chair if balance feels uncertain. Resist the pull of urgency. The coffee pot can wait, the dog's eager pawing can hold for a beat. These precious seconds aren't wasted. They're an investment in starting your day with strength and clarity rather than teetering on the edge of a fall. Your body, tempered by time, craves this patience. Grant it, and you'll move through your morning and your life with greater ease and safety. Number 3. Do not strain too much when using the bathroom. My dear friends, this seemingly mundane and routine activity, one that most of us perform each day without a second thought, holds far greater importance than many of us might realize, particularly in the gentle stillness of the morning hours when our bodies are just beginning to stir from the restorative embrace of sleep. After a night of rest, it's common to awaken with a natural urge to relieve ourselves, as our digestive system has been quietly at work processing the food and fluids we consumed the day before. For many, this is a simple and automatic process, but as we grow older, it becomes increasingly vital to approach this daily ritual with mindfulness and care. Excessive straining during bathroom use, though it may seem harmless in the moment, can introduce serious and sometimes life-altering risks to our health, risks that are especially pronounced for older adults whose bodies may not rebound as easily as they once did. When we strain too hard while trying to pass a bowel movement, we inadvertently set off a cascade of physiological effects that can ripple through the body in dangerous ways. The act of straining increases pressure within the chest cavity, a phenomenon known as the Valsalva maneuver. This sudden spike in pressure compresses the veins that return blood to the heart, temporarily reducing the flow of oxygen-rich blood that the heart can pump out to vital organs like the brain and the heart itself. For a brief moment, this disruption can cause blood pressure to plummet, leading to symptoms such as dizziness, lightheadedness, or even fainting, what doctors sometimes call syncope. For individuals with pre-existing heart conditions, such as coronary artery disease or heart failure, this momentary lapse in circulation can escalate into something far more serious, significantly heightening the risk of a heart attack or other cardiovascular event. The dangers don't stop there. Excessive pushing also places intense stress on the blood vessels throughout the body, particularly those in the brain and abdominal regions. This sudden surge in pressure can strain delicate vessel walls, potentially causing them to weaken, bulge, as in an aneurysm, or even rupture entirely. In the brain, this could result in a hemorrhagic stroke, a type of stroke caused by bleeding rather than a clot, which is a medical emergency with devastating consequences. In the abdominal area, this pressure might lead to gastrointestinal issues, such as the rupture of weakened blood vessels in the digestive tract, or exacerbate conditions like diverticulosis. For those already managing hypertension, high blood pressure, vascular fragility, or other circulatory concerns, the risks of straining are amplified even further, turning an ordinary bathroom visit into a potential tipping point for a health crisis. So how can we protect ourselves? The answer lies in adopting a gentle, patient, and deliberate approach rather than forcing the process. When you sit down to use the bathroom, focus on maintaining a relaxed posture, perhaps elevating your feet slightly with a small stool to mimic a natural squatting position, which can ease the passage of stool. Allow your body the time it needs to work without rushing or pushing beyond what feels comfortable. If you find that bowel movements are consistently difficult or require effort, it may be worth examining your lifestyle habits. Diet plays a critical role here. Increasing your intake of dietary fiber through foods like fresh fruits, think apples, pears, or berries, vegetables, such as broccoli, carrots, or leafy greens, and whole grains, like oats, quinoa, or brown rice, can soften stool and promote regularity. Pair this with proper hydration, drinking ample water throughout the day, to ensure your digestive system has the support it needs to function smoothly. If problems persist despite these adjustments, it might be wise to consult a healthcare professional to rule out underlying issues or explore gentle remedies like stool softeners. Another pitfall to avoid is turning the bathroom into a place of distraction. It's tempting to bring along a smartphone, a book, or a magazine to pass the time, but lingering on the toilet for too long can do more harm than good. Extended sitting increases pressure on the veins in the pelvic and rectal areas, which over time can contribute to the development or worsening of hemorrhoids, swollen veins that can cause discomfort or bleeding, or even heighten the risk of circulatory issues in the lower body. Instead, aim for a mindful approach. Focus on the task at hand, listen to your body's signals, and avoid unnecessary delays. This small shift in habit can safeguard both your digestive health and your broader physical well-being. As we age, the way we navigate even the most basic aspects of our morning routine takes on new significance. From the moment we open our eyes to the way we care for our body's fundamental needs, these seemingly minor choices can either bolster our vitality or quietly chip away at it. Straining too hard in the bathroom is one of those overlooked habits that, without attention, can erode our health over time. So, the next time you feel that familiar morning urge, approach it with intention and tenderness. Honor your body by giving it the patience it deserves, making choices that nurture rather than challenge it, and prioritizing habits that pave the way for a longer, healthier life. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 4. Do not isolate yourself from friends and family. As we journey through the later chapters of life, it's not uncommon to notice our social worlds growing smaller, often through no deliberate choice of our own. Retirement can strip away the daily chatter of colleagues and the rhythm of workplace interactions. The profound loss of a spouse, close friend, or sibling can leave an aching emptiness that's hard to fill. Physical challenges, whether it's reduced mobility, chronic pain, or fatigue, can make the effort of leaving the house for a social outing feel daunting. For some, solitude becomes a comfortable retreat, a quiet space to reflect or simply rest. Yet, while moments of alone time can be rejuvenating, slipping into prolonged isolation carries hidden dangers that can profoundly affect both our mental and physical health, especially as we age. Decades of research paint a stark picture. Social isolation is more than just a state of being. It's a risk factor with consequences as serious as smoking or obesity. Studies consistently link it to higher rates of depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline, including an increased likelihood of developing dementia. The absence of regular human connection can accelerate the aging process itself, weakening the immune system, elevating stress hormones like cortisol, and even shortening life expectancy. By contrast, older adults who remain woven into the fabric of their communities, through friendships, family ties, or local activities, tend to enjoy not only longer lives but also richer ones, marked by greater emotional resilience, sharper mental acuity, and better overall health. Loneliness, the emotional companion to isolation, isn't just a feeling. It's a signal that our minds and bodies are craving the nourishment that only relationships can provide. If you've noticed yourself pulling back from the world, skipping gatherings, letting phone calls go unanswered, or spending more days alone than you once did, it's time to pause and reconsider. Human connection isn't a luxury. It's a cornerstone of a vibrant, fulfilling life. Staying engaged with others doesn't just pass the time. It actively sustains your mental sharpness, lifts your spirits, and fortifies your physical well-being. The good news is that rebuilding those ties or forging new ones is entirely within your reach, no matter your circumstances. Start with the people closest to you, your family and friends. Make it a priority to nurture these relationships with regular touchpoints. Set up a standing phone call with a sibling every Sunday afternoon, arrange a monthly lunch date with a friend, or use video chats to share a laugh with grandchildren who live across the country. Technology can be a lifeline here. Tools like Zoom, FaceTime, or even simple text messaging can shrink the distance between you and loved ones, keeping you woven into their daily lives. Don't hesitate to take the first step. Reaching out to rekindle an old friendship or check in on a neighbor can spark a renewed sense of belonging. Waiting for others to initiate contact can leave you feeling overlooked, when in reality, they might simply be caught up in their routines. Beyond personal relationships, look to your broader community for opportunities to connect. Local senior centers, libraries, and community organizations often offer a wealth of activities tailored to older adults. Think painting classes, discussion groups, gentle exercise sessions like Tai Chi, or card game afternoons. These settings aren't just about staying busy. They're a chance to meet people who share your interests and build new friendships. Even simpler outings can open doors. A stroll through a bustling park, a trip to a weekend farmer's market, or a visit to a place of worship can spark casual conversations that blossom into meaningful exchanges over time. For those seeking a deeper sense of purpose, volunteering can be a powerful antidote to isolation. Countless organizations, schools, animal shelters, food pantries, or historical societies welcome the wisdom and experience that older adults bring. You might tutor a child struggling with reading, sort donations at a charity drive, or lend a hand at a community garden. These roles don't just keep you socially active, they offer a chance to contribute, to feel needed, and to forge bonds with others who share your values. The act of giving back can rekindle a sense of agency and joy, reminding you that your presence matters. Staying connected doesn't mean you need a packed social calendar or constant company. It's about cultivating a network of relationships that sustain you. It might be a weekly coffee with a neighbor, a long phone catch-up with a cousin, or the warmth of swapping stories at a book club. These moments, however small, accumulate into a life that feels full and supported. Aging isn't about retreating into the shadows. It's an invitation to lean into relationships, explore new experiences, and keep growing. Isolation isn't an inevitable part of getting older. It's a pattern you can break with intention and effort. Your mind, your heart, and your health depend on it, and the rewards, a stronger sense of self, a brighter outlook, and a richer quality of life, are well worth the investment. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 3 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 5. Do not ignore regular health checkups. As we journey through life and enter our later years, the significance of regular health checkups grows exponentially, yet far too many older adults tend to push them aside. Some individuals convince themselves they're in good health and don't require frequent medical attention, perhaps clinging to the belief that they'd notice if something were seriously wrong. Others may adopt a more independent mindset, assuming they can oversee their well-being without professional guidance. However, this dismissive attitude toward routine medical care can lead to dire consequences. Many life-threatening conditions, like heart disease, cancer, or kidney failure, creep up silently, offering no obvious warning signs until they've advanced to a critical, often irreversible stage. The purpose of routine health checkups extends far beyond simply addressing existing ailments. They serve as a powerful tool for prevention. Chronic illnesses such as diabetes, hypertension, and elevated cholesterol levels frequently develop without any noticeable symptoms in their early stages. By the time discomfort or distress becomes apparent, perhaps a tightness in the chest or persistent fatigue, the damage may already be significant, affecting vital organs like the heart, brain, kidneys, or eyes. Regular screenings, such as blood tests, blood pressure readings, or imaging scans, act as an early warning system. For instance, catching high blood pressure during a routine visit allows for interventions, whether through medication, diet, or exercise, that can prevent a devastating stroke or heart attack. Early detection doesn't just treat a problem. It can be a lifesaver. Moreover, consistent medical checkups provide a structured framework for seniors to take charge of their health proactively. By scheduling regular appointments with a primary care physician, dentist, eye doctor, or other specialists, you create a safety net that ensures no aspect of your well-being slips through the cracks. These visits allow healthcare providers to track critical health indicators over time: blood sugar levels, cholesterol profiles, bone density, or vitamin D status, to name a few. This ongoing monitoring offers a clear picture of your health trajectory, empowering you to make informed adjustments, such as cutting back on sodium to manage blood pressure or increasing calcium intake to strengthen bones, before minor issues balloon into major crises. One of the most dangerous pitfalls of neglecting checkups is ignoring subtle or unusual symptoms that might otherwise go unnoticed. What may seem like a trivial annoyance, persistent tiredness, unexplained changes in weight, occasional dizziness, or mild shortness of breath, could be the first whisper of a serious condition, such as anemia, thyroid dysfunction, or even early-stage cancer. Bringing these changes to a doctor's attention promptly can lead to swift diagnosis and intervention, potentially halting a small concern from escalating into a full-blown medical emergency. The difference between addressing a symptom early and waiting too long can be the difference between a simple treatment and a prolonged hospital stay. Staying informed about the health challenges that often accompany aging is another vital component of this proactive approach. Educating yourself about common risks, such as osteoporosis, arthritis, or cardiovascular decline, equips you to advocate effectively for your care. During checkups, asking targeted questions about your personal risk factors or family history ensures that your doctor tailors their recommendations to your unique needs. These conversations can uncover preventive measures, like vaccinations or screenings, that might otherwise be overlooked, keeping you one step ahead of potential health threats. Equally critical is following through on the advice given during these visits. Attending a checkup is only half the battle. Acting on your doctor's guidance completes the equation. Whether it's adopting a heart-healthy diet rich in fruits and vegetables, committing to a daily walk to boost circulation, or diligently taking prescribed medications for conditions like high cholesterol, adherence can dramatically improve your quality of life. Ignoring this guidance, or skipping checkups altogether, is akin to rolling the dice with your health, risking complications that could have been avoided with minimal effort. Ultimately, prioritizing regular health checkups isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about enriching the years you have with vitality, resilience, and the freedom to live independently. A proactive stance toward healthcare can mean the difference between thriving in your later years, enjoying hobbies, travel, or time with loved ones, and grappling with preventable illnesses that sap your energy and spirit. If it's been a while since your last appointment, consider this your nudge to pick up the phone and schedule one. Investing in your health is one of the most meaningful gifts you can give yourself, a commitment to a future filled with possibility rather than regret. Don't wait for a wake-up call that might come too late. If this strikes a chord with you, drop a 5 in the comments below. Let's hold ourselves accountable and make health a priority, ensuring every day ahead is lived to its fullest. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 6. Do not neglect mental health and well-being. Mental health is an indispensable pillar of overall wellness, and its importance only intensifies as we age. Yet there persists a pervasive and harmful myth that struggles like depression, anxiety, or loneliness are simply unavoidable aspects of growing older, burdens to be quietly endured rather than actively addressed. This misconception can have profound repercussions, contributing to cognitive decline, diminished life satisfaction, and a deepening sense of isolation that erodes both emotional and physical health. In reality, mental health is every bit as vital as physical health, and nurturing it is fundamental to living a rich, engaged, and joyful life in your later years. Aging often brings a cascade of transitions: retirement from a long career, the passing of cherished friends or family members, or the onset of physical limitations that can understandably stir feelings of grief, uncertainty, or disconnection. These emotions are not weaknesses to be brushed aside. They are natural responses to life's ebbs and flows, deserving of care and attention. Recognizing their validity is the first step towards safeguarding your mental well-being, rather than allowing them to fester into something more debilitating. Caring for your mental health goes beyond preventing disorders. It's about cultivating a state of mind that fosters resilience, purpose, and happiness. One of the most effective ways to support long-term mental acuity and emotional balance is by keeping your brain active and engaged. Activities that stimulate cognitive function, solving crossword puzzles, diving into a thought-provoking novel, mastering a new language, or even playing a musical instrument, act as a workout for your mind. Research shows that such pursuits can bolster memory, sharpen focus, and even reduce the risk of conditions like dementia, all while providing a sense of accomplishment and delight. Social connections are another cornerstone of mental well-being, particularly as the years accumulate. Loneliness is a silent epidemic among seniors, yet it can be countered with intentional effort. Regularly reaching out to family members, catching up with old friends over coffee, or participating in community activities, like a book club, a gardening group, or a local senior center event, can profoundly lift your spirits. These interactions don't need to be grand. Even a brief chat with a neighbor or a video call with a grandchild can infuse your day with warmth and belonging, counteracting the isolation that so often accompanies aging. Physical activity, too, is a potent ally in the quest for mental wellness. Exercise isn't just about keeping your body strong. It's a natural antidepressant, triggering the release of endorphins that elevate mood and melt away stress. A brisk walk through a park, a gentle stretching routine, or a lively dance session with friends can do wonders for both your psyche and your confidence. Studies consistently link regular movement to lower rates of anxiety and depression, making it a simple yet transformative habit for maintaining emotional equilibrium. For those grappling with deeper or more persistent struggles, whether it's unrelenting sadness, overwhelming worry, or the weight of unresolved grief, professional help can be a lifeline. Speaking with a therapist or counselor provides a safe space to process complex emotions, develop coping strategies, and regain a sense of control. Support groups, meanwhile, offer the added benefit of camaraderie, connecting you with others who share similar experiences and reminding you that you're not alone. There's no shame in seeking help. It's a courageous step toward healing and wholeness. Incorporating mindfulness practices into your routine can further enhance your mental health. Techniques like meditation, deep breathing, or simply pausing to savor a quiet moment with a cup of tea can quiet a racing mind and foster inner calm. These small, deliberate acts of self-care accumulate over time, weaving a tapestry of peace and positivity that strengthens your emotional foundation. Your mental health isn't a luxury or an afterthought. It's a core component of who you are, deserving of the same diligence you'd give to any physical need. Looking ahead, the 3 most common regrets after 70, and how to avoid them. As we cross the threshold into our later decades, reflection often becomes a natural companion. Reaching 70, many people look back on their lives, sifting through memories and weighing the choices that shaped their paths. These moments of introspection reveal recurring regrets, missed opportunities and overlooked priorities that carry profound lessons. By exploring these common pitfalls, we can adjust our course now, crafting a future that's not just longer but deeply fulfilling. The first regret often voiced by those over 70 is failing to cherish relationships. Life's relentless pace, work deadlines, household chores, financial pressures, can trick us into postponing time with loved ones, assuming there will always be a later. But as years slip by, later becomes a distant memory. Studies underscore that robust social ties are a linchpin of happiness and longevity. To sidestep this regret, make relationships a non-negotiable priority. Plan regular dinners with family, rekindle friendships with a phone call, or simply sit down for a meaningful chat with someone dear. These bonds are the heartbeat of a life well lived, far outshining fleeting achievements. The second regret is letting personal dreams gather dust. Whether it's fear of failure, societal judgment, or the weight of responsibility, many shelve their passions, painting, writing, traveling, only to wish later they'd seized the day. Fulfillment lies in pursuing what sets your soul ablaze, and age is no barrier to that pursuit. Start small if need be, enroll in that art class, dust off that guitar, or book that trip you've always dreamed of. The joy of chasing your passions today outweighs the sting of, what if, tomorrow. The third regret ties back to health, both physical and mental. Too often, people coast through their younger years, taking vitality for granted until it begins to fade. By then, they realize that a little more care, eating well, staying active, tending to their emotions, could have preserved their energy and independence. Health isn't just about survival. It's about thriving with vigor and clarity. Commit to a balanced diet, a daily walk, and moments of mindfulness now, and you'll thank yourself later. These reflections illuminate a simple truth. The decisions we make today ripple into our tomorrows. By nurturing relationships, chasing dreams, and safeguarding our health, we build a legacy of joy and purpose. The clock is ticking, but every second is a chance to pivot toward a life free of regret, one brimming with meaning, connection, and vitality. Start today. Your future self will be grateful. As we wrap up, I want to take a moment to reflect with you. Today, we've explored how a 73-year-old woman's sudden passing revealed the hidden dangers in our daily habits, and we've uncovered 6 critical mistakes that could be silently affecting your health, along with simple ways to avoid them. We've also looked at the 3 most common regrets people face after 70, reminding us that the choices we make today shape the life we'll live tomorrow. So, I'd love to hear from you. What have you learned so far? What's one thing from this video that you're going to bring into practice in your life? Maybe it's eating a light breakfast before exertion, easing out of bed slowly, or reconnecting with a loved one. Whatever it is, please share it in the comments below. Your insights could inspire someone else in our community. If you like this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Together, we can keep empowering each other to live healthier, happier, and more fulfilling lives. Thank you for watching. Let's make every moment count.